Hello, fellow Old Republic Title sales managers. This is David Bravo Jr. Per your guys' request, I wanted to go over my 2016 business plan and some of the details that it entailed. One of the biggest things, before I became a sales manager, I was a sales rep, and I felt like most of my business plans that I ever saw were a little bit diluted, and there was probably too much information in there that a sales rep would need. So when I came aboard with Old Republic Title, I kind of created my own. And I just stuck with the nuts and bolts of what's our goal. We start with the end in mind, as well as from there it goes to monthly goal. From there it goes to certain given numbers that I'm able to give the reps, and then ultimately it goes to a daily activity, a daily goal, which I'll send you guys in the email. It's included. We have this daily order counts that all the reps are included on, but everything basically reverts back to the original business plan, which we create together. So first off, it is in a group setting. We have one specific day. It's normally in October or November. It's all the reps together in one big room, and we hammer out our business plan. So I'm going to start going through it. Welcome to my office, by the way. It's a nice sunny day here in SoCal. I don't know. It's probably too much backlight, but there's a decent view of downtown LA. As well as, here's my office here. There's Mr. Juan Bueno. There's my thank you wall. Territory is Mike Tyson. Little Kobe Bryant. Little Troy Aikman. Big Cowboy fan. At TV, sometimes I'm able to do some presentations in here. So I'm going to run through it the way I would normally do it with the sales reps. And then I'll role play and I'll be the sales rep as well. So here's the business plan. And I'll hold it up for a while so everyone can kind of get a gist of what's in there. At the very top, you'll see the 2016 total closing goal. So we're title only here. Our numbers may be a little bit different than what you guys have up there. They're probably a lot smaller in volume and total average premium, but it gives you an idea of what we're trying to aim towards. So here's the business plan itself, and then we trickle down from there. And ultimately, the ultimate goal is to get here. What's our daily goal that we have to obtain in open orders in order to ultimately obtain our total goal of revenue. Now, years prior, I used to actually do it in which it was an income goal. What was someone's personal income? It got a little tricky because obviously different reps have different commission plans, and I didn't want any reps to be looking over at someone else's goal and notice that the numbers were changed a bit. And see that people had different plans. So I just stuck with the total closing goal because I think that can work with every rep. So the very first question I would ask to the team, this is Holly Applegate's business plan. I would sit in front of the team and I'd say, let's start first things first. What's your total goal for 2016? And everyone had a different number, whether that number was 600,000 or whether that number was $1 million in title only revenue. People would put their number down. So Holly's goal was actually $1 million. So she'd write in $1 million. Right? Simple enough. So there's $1 million bucks. The next question I would ask is, what does that equate to on a monthly revenue basis? So you take whatever number they put up on top and divide it by 12. So we'll take $1 million and divide it by 12 equals 83,333. So 83,333. That's the monthly revenue goal. Now, one of the important things that I try to tie into this is what can we do, how can we proactively increase our business, and what are some numbers that hopefully will jump out on this page to help us realize that, yes, we need more business and new business. So we put in here what's our current monthly revenue. So a lot of times if I have enough information, I can give reps this field for them. So I take whatever their average premium is a month and I'd place it in there for them. So let's say Holly's average was 60,000. So this is where we're at. We had our goal of $1 million. Our target monthly goal for 2016 is 83,000 plus. And then our current revenue is at $60,000. So that's where we're at so far. Now what I have them do is subtract it because I want to find the gap. What's the gap between our monthly goal that we're experiencing right now and our goal for next year's? So our gap right now is $23,000. So everyone would write 23,333. They would basically subtract our monthly goal from our current monthly revenue, and that's where we're at, 23,000. And this is such an important question because I stopped the business plan right there and I asked them specifically, will my current customers fill in this gap? And this is huge because 90% of the reps on our team, the goals that they want to accomplish, they have to realize that by working with the same customers that they have, they're never going to accomplish their goal. So I stop, I take 5 minutes on the fact that most reps answer no. The fact that they have to realize that in order to accomplish any of their goals, they got to get new business, period. That's the only way they're ever going to give themselves a chance to accomplish their goal. If they're not going to get new business, then why bother with their monthly goal? They can keep doing what they're doing. So we go on to the next column, which is average premium. Now the average premium, I give them that number. Every rep has it, which is $1,100. And then also I give them this number as well for the year. She has an average closing ratio of 65%. These are two huge numbers because these will help us populate the rest of the information needed. So at an average premium of $1,100, what I do is I take their goal, which was $83,000, and I divide it by their average premium. So 83,000 divided by 1,100 equals 75. So this is where we're at. So it takes closing 75 orders to get to the closing average goal of 83,000 plus to ultimately get to $1 million. Now, this would be perfect if we knew how many orders we have to close. That would kind of give us everything. We know we have to close 75 deals to get to $1 million at the end of the year, a month, based upon the 1,100 average premium. Now, what we do is this. I take their average closing ratio of 65%. So once we have 75 orders, then I divide that number, whatever number is here on the number of closings, I divide it by their closing ratio. So divided by 0.65. 75 divided by 0.65 equals 115. 115 orders. So here it is. I know that Holly has to open 115 orders, and based upon her average closing ratio of her customers and her territory, she's going to close 65% of those, which will give her 75 closings. At an average premium of $1,100, she'll close monthly 83 plus thousand and hit her $1 million goal. Finally, the last question is this, and this is where it gets fun because we have daily now accountability and reports, which were included in this email. But the ultimate number is this. So the question is, what's the number of openings per day that I need? If I know I have to open 75 orders to ultimately accomplish my goal, how many does that equate to a day? So we go, 115 orders divided by 21 working days equals 10. That's not right. So let's do this again. 115 orders divided by 21 working days equals 5.47. 5.47. So we can do two things at this point. I always tell my reps round up because if you come up a little bit short, at least we're going to accomplish the goal. So we take this number, whatever it is, and if it's close to the number, if this number was 5.1, we just make it 5. This number is 5.47. Let's pop it at 6. So here it is. At 6 orders that Holly can open every single day, if basically she opens 6 orders that day, she's accomplishing her goal at the end of the rainbow. If she orders 6 orders a day, she's going to open a little bit more than 115 orders, right? At an average closing ratio of 65%, she will close a little bit more than 75 orders. With an average premium of $1,100, she will ultimately close a little bit more than $83,000. And after 12 months of that, she will hit her goal of $1 million. So we've been using this business plan in our company, for 3 years now with our team. We've had tremendous amount of success. And the last question is this: is this a number that I can commit to daily? That's my final thing that I spent about 10 minutes on, is are you comfortable with this? Because if you can commit to this daily goal of 6 orders, you're going to close $1 million. But if you feel like you can't commit to this number, then maybe we have to bring it down a bit. But if you feel you can, then I'm going to hold you accountable, and we're going to hold each other accountable to make sure that 6 orders every single day, you're going to get to your goal of $1 million. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully you enjoyed your day. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. Talk soon.